What's up, guys? It's Feeve Chief here, and the FC25 market is about to crash, so I'm going to tell you what you should do with all your players, keep or sell, before it's too late, and how you can make coins out of this in FC25. If you want to purchase cheap, fast, and reliable coins on FC25, make sure to visit iggm.com and use code CHIEF to get 5% off at checkout. So first of all, let's talk about the biggest market mover for today, which was the brand new SBC that EA dropped. It is Alex Garcia here, an 85 rated Spanish Leverkusen midfielder, and this actually ended up being a really well priced SBC at an 82 and an 84 rated squad for a very solid card. So there's quite a few things that this did to the market and a lot of ways you could have made coins out of it. So first of all, let's talk about one, which is link investment. Since it's a very well-priced SBC that a lot of people are going to be completing, they're going to need to get this Alex Garcia into their team and on chemistry. So what we saw was somebody like Florian Wirtz here, who is one of the only like super usable Leverkusen cards, I would say. There's actually a decent amount, but this guy did really well on the market. He has a playstyle plus, he's 88 rated with solid stats, and you'll see at content time, he went from 66k all the way up to 85k because people are using him to link in this Alex Garcia. And another one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head would be this Frimpong card at 84 rated. And if we look at his hourly, he went from 26k up to 38k instantly after this SBC dropped. And again, the better the SBC, the more well priced it is, the more these players are going to get impacted because this is a card that everybody wants to get. It's only 20k. So players that link to him did very well. Now, also something that happens when you get a well-priced SBC is alternatives to that player are also going to drop in price because whatever center mids people were using before, they're going to sell and go pick up this card. So one example I was looking at on the market was this Pedri card here, 86 rated, he has incisive pass, and today his hourly, he was at 23k, and he dropped down to 18,000 coins here from this SBC. And I was looking at center mids here. I want to see if there's other decent cards we could take a look at. Maybe Kimmich, because he's in the Bundesliga, but he might just be fodder price. I mean, even him, he went from 8,300 down to 7,000 coins. So you can see these alternatives to these players drop in price because you're able to just bring in this Alex Garcia for super cheap and sell the tradable versions that you have. So he was the biggest thing that kind of moved the market today. Now, I'm anticipating a massive market crash over the next couple days, which is why I've sold the majority of my cards. I still have a few things to sell. I'll be at about 400,000 coins. I have a Courtois there, some 87s, and then also just some cards that I picked up for cheap on bid, which you guys should be doing every single day at content. I mean, Ake for 1,500 with an anchor? Come on now. That's too easy. But moving into the market crash, why am I expecting a market crash? Well, there's a couple reasons. If you guys have been paying attention to player prices over the last like 24 to 36 hours, I would say, you'll notice that they have either stagnated or even like dropped in price a little bit in some cases. This De Bruyne has come down 7,000 coins. I think I sold him for 67k this morning. So why is that happening? Well, it's basically the exact same market trend that we saw last year. So I want to show you examples of a couple players. So the first one we're going to start with is Rashford here. He's 81 rated this year, very solid card and kind of expensive. Last year he was 85, but he very much had a similar trend. So if we look at the first month of the game from FC24 here, on Friday he was the cheapest, which is again why we were telling everybody to buy. Monday, Tuesday, he kind of peaked out here. Monday was market peak. Tuesday stayed about the same. And then after that, we had a crash there. So keep that trend in mind. In FC24, peaked on Monday, stayed the same Tuesday, and then just dropped after that. You'll see the exact same thing with this Rodrigo card. He basically has the exact same card that he has in FC25. So I love looking at him as an example. And this Rodrigo here, you'll see beginning of the game, if it'll let me move it all the way over here. Well, it's not moving exactly all the way over, but you'll see Monday, Tuesday, kind of the same. He peaked there and then dropped afterwards. And it's very much the same with this Ferdinand Mendy card. Again, very similar card in FC24 and FC25. And if we take a look at him over the first month of the game here, go all the way back, you'll see he peaked Monday, stayed the same Tuesday, and then dropped back down. So we're very much seeing the same trend in FC24. These players got the most expensive on Monday, they stayed the same on Tuesday, and then they dropped after that. So what are we seeing in FC25? Let's go ahead and take a look. And Rodrigo, I want to take a look at his price right now. He's a guy that rose really, really well because of that Alaba SBC we got. He's very, very meta. And it looks like he's honestly still rising a bit here, which is very nice for those investors. Get out before the player of the month Rafinha comes out, I would say. But let's take a look at his price in FC25 throughout the days and what he's done, because what we're seeing is cards are already starting to stagnate in price. So if we look at his hourly over the last 14 days, I mean, he went up to 160 here on the 22nd, and then on the 23rd he's also been 160. So we've had a whole day of him stagnating in price, and you're going to see this with pretty much all the cards. If we go look at Mendy here and we look at his hourly, he was like 130k, 120k on Sunday, and then Monday here again 120k, 130k, maybe even dropping a bit, as you can see. And then lastly, we'll take a look at Rashford as well in FC25 and 14-day hourly, again, like 34k there, 32, 33, 34k today. So we're already seeing this day where the cards stagnate in price. And if you remember in FC24, the day after the cards stay the same in price, they crash after that. So I'm expecting Tuesday and or Wednesday to be the day that these cards drop a ton. So again, that's why I've sold all of my investments as is. I'm going to sell the rest of these tonight/tomorrow morning, get rid of all my cards and have my coins completely liquid. So when's our next buy window? How can we make coins in the meantime? That's what we're going to dive into now. So our next buy window is going to be very, very simple. It's likely going to be on Friday when the standard edition releases for FC25. And again, we're going to look at some players from FC24 just to get a feel for this trend. So if we look, Rashford, again, after this crash, he went down to 223 and then rose right back up to 250. Now, the players we want to focus on are going to be cards that are a little bit cheaper. So somebody that I'm interested in FC24 potentially could be like a Luis Diaz. He's like a relatively starter price winger, I would say, that people who are just getting the game are trying to get in their team. So if we go look at him over the first month of the game, you'll see he moved just like other cards, kind of had that peak Monday, Tuesday, dropped down, and then Friday, Saturday, afterwards, he'll go ahead and increase in price. So this coming Friday/Saturday is going to be another great buy window for us to get in on meta cards. What rating was Frimpong last year? Was he like super usable? I'd be interested to see what like an 83 card went for at the beginning. So if we take a look at him, again, massive crash, and he doesn't really rebound there. So we do very much want to stick to like those Premier League, La Liga meta cards that people are going to be using in their teams. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But Friday is going to be our next buy window for investing in those gold cards. Now, the next thing we want to take a look at is Team of the Weeks, because if you didn't see, Team of the Weeks this week have gone absolutely nuts. We told you guys in the Discord to invest. Again, free trading Discord. Link is in the description. And they did incredibly. So let's look at Team of the Week 2 from FC24. How did these do? When do we buy? When do we sell? Let's take a look. It's not a super meta Team of the Week, just looking at it in terms of like cheaper cards that everybody can buy. Let's take a look at Matoma here. So as a Team of the Week, he was cheapest on Saturday here. And then that next week, weekend league here, he went up to like 32, 36k there. Nothing crazy. So a little bit of a longer hold for not a ton of profit. If we look at Kante here, he went again lowest on Saturday, rose a bit. So the rises aren't huge on these Team of the Week 2 cards, as you can see here. Let's have a look at Talisca here. Very solid card. He's Brazilian, so he's not that hard to link. And he looks like he didn't have much of a rise either. Again, cheapest on Saturday, so it seems like Saturday for Team of the Weeks is going to be your buy day. Went from 14K to 15.9. So these Team of the Week 2 cards don't seem super valuable for us in terms of early investing, unless you want to go ahead and pick up there's like a ridiculous card like a Son here that can skyrocket in value. So Team of the Week 2 cards definitely more risky than Team of the Week 1 cards, I would say. One thing I would be interested in seeing is how their gold cards did. So if we looked at gold Cancelo that week that he was out of packs, let's have a little look. So he goes out of packs right here on this Wednesday, drops down per usual, I would say, and then does have like a decent little rise after his initial drop. So he's not bad. And then I'd be interested to see gold Harry Kane, what he did while he was out of packs. So Harry Kane here, that week that he was out of packs, he goes out of packs right here on Wednesday, dips down to 37, rebounds to 42. So there's for sure coins to be made on these cards if they drop enough in price. But I think we're just going to be trying to stick to those gold metas that are in packs that drop a lot on Friday in terms of buying cards. Now, in the meantime, to build your coins up, and we are going to be looking at Road to the Knockouts as well, because those are going to be in packs starting Friday. That promo begins, and those are just the easiest way in the world to make coins. So while you're waiting to reinvest your coins, there's a couple of things you can do. We have marquee matchups investments out, players like United and Tottenham players like Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid players. And then you can also do active trading. You can do solution trading, which I did a video on. You can do chem style trading, which I can make a video on if that's something you guys are interested in. But right now I'm expecting a decent sized crash in the market. I'm out on all my cards. I think you should be as well within the next 12 hours. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.